What's good, you guys, and welcome back to the DJ's Take.
I'm Donnie.
And I'm James, and on this show, we talk about the music industry from a fan's point of view. Donnie, what are we talking about today?
We are going to be discussing album sales from the past and right now, currently what's going on with the dip in numbers. It's been a very huge hit in album sales, correct?
Yeah, like numbers have always, since the streaming era, have been going down with album sales. But like this, I don't know. It's weird to predict what's going on right now.
Me and you've been saying for like the past 3 to 4 years, because what we do is we talk about album sales all the time, because that's one of the holy grails we hold an artist to know if they're doing successful, and as should everyone else, because it's either you're a singles artist like a Jason Derulo, or you're an artist who is solidified and can sell albums.
Adele.
So right. Exactly. So we've been noticing such a decline, and it's to the point where we can't even hold each other's artists that we care about the most to album sales, because we know that doesn't reflect the reality of an artist's success now and what is going on.
And we have a couple of numbers and we'll break down. But first, if you had to choose to be like, let's say you'll drop a single and it will go to 10 for 1 week, and then it will drop, and like it's just like low-key on the charts, but your albums sell incredibly well? Or would you rather have number one debut for 10 weeks and you have the song of the year and albums sell like not crazy?
What do you mean not crazy?
Like, let's say you have 60K first week sales and it just declines from there.
But I have at least one number one every album.
Number one hit every album that's like a hit, like an espresso.
Can you tell me how many more songs I get on the Billboard? At least I get a mid 20s.
You get a number one record for 4 weeks, and then you get a top 20 record, and then you have another 50. You're in the 50.
That's hard for me to choose, because like of course I want the number one, but I feel like as long as you're in the top 10, like that's kind of I'm gonna take the high numbers, high album sales, and dropping to number 10.
Me too, because it means you got a core and I can tour, and I have
exactly
a brand, and I think you are making more money.
Yeah, you'll be making a lot
you're
more money.
making more money.
Like at the end of the day, like let's be real. Like let's look at Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. Her albums they don't sell well, but she has a number one here and there.
Speaking of which, let me pull out, because I got that first stat, because you said Megan Thee Stallion. She sold her latest album, Megan, 64,000, and she got a number one with Hiss, and the Okana Kasegu is a hit. So, and like her brand is huge, but 64,000 first week.
Yeah, she went on tour and was selling out, Madison Square Garden and doing well on her tour. So I just would expect an artist of her caliber to sell at least 100,000. Like I won't be unrealistic with it. Like 100,000. Back in the day, 150,000.
It's very simple to me. It's people who put out bodies of work versus people who just make bunches of singles and slap them onto a CD and call it an album. And the fans know the difference. If you're gonna buy a Megan Thee Stallion record, or you're gonna buy a Ice Spice record, if you're gonna buy some things like that, like you're going to hear a bunch of singles that you can just stream online, and there's no need to listen to this entire project. It's a waste of your time. You just hear the couple singles that she put out, and then you call it a day, as opposed to someone like SZA, someone like even a Travis Scott, who they try to make it an experience rather than just a bunch of dope single tracks.
Who is some album artist? Like SZA, album artist.
Adele, album artist. Taylor Swift, not an artist. She's not an album artist.
Everything.
Taylor Swift's not an album artist. I don't know what you're talking about.
Taylor Swift. Since you said that, obviously, I'm just gonna do the top albums of this year. Of course, let me go to hers. Taylor Swift, 2.6 million. Then a huge drop off. Then it's Beyonce for second highest for 407, and then Sabrina Carpenter just dropped, and hers is 362.
So what about Ariana?
She was like at
wouldn't she have been?
Tim, look up Ariana.
Travis Scott was right under Carpenter, by the way, with 330,000.
Yeah, she was right by. Travis Scott was right by Sabrina Carpenter. I think she hit one more thousand than him.
And then what I was shocked about is Billie Eilish was 191.
Yeah.
200 with 300. No, 339.
339.
Yeah, with 191 pure sales.
Okay, yeah. So I expected her to fall.
So,
there. That's where I would have her.
What I was shocked by, but then not really, because she's not an international artist, but Dua Lipa's 51 for Radical Optimism, 51,000.
But she's one of those artists where you just understand, like, she's worldwide and she's just not, you know what I'm saying?
In the UK, her numbers are going stupid.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not going to even sit there and argue her, not having her numbers in the US up to par.
Ariana Grande sold 337,000. But every album she's put out, it's been a slight decline. 2018, 990,000, right under 1 million.
That was for the entire thing. She didn't sell that first week.
Oh, you're talking first week sales?
Yeah, first week.
Oh, okay. These are total sales.
She sold that. I was like, she's a dog.
I was like, saying no. I just looked these up because I was arguing with you like 3 months ago on this.
I was like, she's a dog.
So the thing about Ari is she's one of the artists which I don't understand why her sales aren't better than what they are. I don't get it. I don't know. I can't comprehend it. It's just not something we're going to understand, because then you have Olivia
she's
Rodrigo.
Such a commercial success.
Yeah, you got Olivia Rodrigo like selling 600,000. Like, I don't get it. I think she is better than Olivia Rodrigo in every way.
60 miles.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Tate McRae, where Tim, after Ariana, look up Tate McRae. She didn't sell her well.
She had wonderful singles, and I'll take that. I will take Tate McRae's 3 charting singles like X's, Greedy. I'll take those. Like, you can't give me just one number one and think I'll be okay with it. Like, I'll take a Sabrina Carpenter 3 songs in the top 5 and 200 sales.
But with how big Sabrina is, and this is like Sabrina's, like, she's just dominating. 360's not insane.
So
it's still not even higher than Beyonce, who's been in the game for 30.
The album Short and Sweet wasn't as good as it should have been, and she should have kept it short and sweet, but she didn't. So
Bedkim is really growing on me though.
I like Bedkim.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande first week sold a little over 200,000, and then Tate McRae 66,000.
Not horrible for a new artist, Tate McRae.
Not horrible for a new artist as in Tate McRae. However, it's just,
you're a pop artist.
She's so good. I don't understand why people don't want to get behind her music or her album and listen, because her album was really good. I was actually listening to it on my way here, and I was just like, man, she is good.
She has like a real voice.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like she's just a dancer, poppy.
She has a good personality. She's a good person. I don't know. I don't understand why.
Post Malone's F1 Trillion did 250.
So Post Malone, congratulations on coming back to life, because he was on his way out when it comes to numbers wise. Post Malone was one of those people that he couldn't miss at first. And I remember, because it was toothache, Cartier 12 karat toothache, where you called me and was like, your boy Post ain't doing too hot. And that's when I was like, James, something is going on with numbers and album sales right now. I can't hold it. Like, I can't say for sure, is he flopping? Albums are just not selling. And it was just like everybody's numbers were taking, unless your name's Taylor Swift, everybody's numbers were taking hits, like percentage hits. And I'm not talking about like it's a bad thing, because they were still like Beyonce. Like I told you, I said, James, there was a little decline in her numbers. So what? You still sold 600,000, you know. But still, even for her to see a noticeable decline,
even though she went up since Renaissance,
which is dope. That's dope. So you know what I'm saying. But for Beyonce to see a decline, I was like, something's wrong here. Something is not adding up. So
it's the streaming world, because I don't understand, because like
they make the rules up as they go.
Yeah, because it's like, obviously, like if there was no such thing as streaming, we would have to buy the album
or a radio play,
or just listen to it on Spotify.
Can you imagine back in the day? Yeah, hey, how are you doing? Yeah, can you please play Chris Brown Say Goodbye?
Run it.
We can't play that at this radio station. You got the wrong number. You know, like, goodness gracious. Like, you had to call in to request a song.
Speaking of Chris, do we want to run his numbers?
Yeah, he is.
Real quick, though, one big thing but it's funny you say this, Donnie, that it was weird that there was a dip in sales across the board. I don't think this is a coincidence that in 2020, they got rid of the billboards and got rid of bundles. So like
bundle sales.
Oh,
damn, that's a good point.
Which
was
made
doing that a lot,
everyone's
Yes.
album sales dip, and then it was such a drastic thing. Like I think they underestimated how many of these artists were using bundles. That in May of 2023 they reinstated the use of bundles. So
In May, when did Taylor's album come out?
I don't know.
In May of 2020. Oh, this is 2024. Interesting timing. But I will say,
Come on, bro. Like she didn't come out 2 years ago and saw $1 million in midnight. Stop it.
I do want to say that,
Slander.
speaking of this, we have to stop allowing you to buy 10 albums per thing, buy remixes.
Man, you
want to
live in a dictatorship.
I want you to buy one, be accountable for one album, one or two. You do not
It's
need
not
to
her
rig
fault
it.
that her fans are
rig
buying
it
more
this
albums.
way. And
Why
I'm
you
not even
don't-
talking about first week. Get your first week on.
Man, he wants to live in a socialist
No, I
society.
want Billie
huh?
Eilish deserves a number one. Chaperone deserves a number one. All these girls
But if
deserve
you-
a
but
number
if you're
one.
getting
Not
shown-
Taylor Swift being greedy.
If you're being
greedy,
shown
you're a
up by-
greedy goobler, Taylor
Tim,
Swift.
Tim.
You're gonna release all
If-
these variants
Goobler.
of variants of these
Tim,
people,
Tim.
so that way you can block them from getting
Tim.
a number one. You're greedy. You're
Shouldn't
greedy.
you be able to beat someone's album who's been out
No, you're new.
for 3 months?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, shouldn't you be able to?
Even
do
the
that?
fans are like,
that's
bro,
kind of embarrassing. If
there's
your fan, no, that's
legit
not on her.
26 versions
Okay,
of
well,
Taylor Swift's
tell
album.
all those people that are upset about it to buy Billie Eilish's album, and we won't have no problem. That's
man, get your money from me.
thank
Get
you. That's
your
what I'm
money.
saying. He wants to be a socialist all
No,
of a sudden, bro.
but
Like,
I'm saying, get your
let
money.
her make her
but,
money.
But here's the thing: do not paint. Oh, Taylor Swift, she does it for the love of the art. No, she wants your money. She's robbing y'all, robbing you
Why
at
wouldn't she want
gunpoint.
money? Like,
I'm saying yes, but I'm saying nobody else. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, they got to top 10 debut with one version, not 16 versions.
top debut. What?
They got to the top 10 debut. They put out one version of Die With a Smile. Lady Gaga and Beyonce do not do the true stars of the
Taylor
olden
Swift
days.
dropped 10 versions of
Fortnite, 60 actually. Like different. There was one where it was so desperate. She dropped one with no backtrack. It was her raw vocals. I was like,
But
why?
that didn't chart. That wasn't for that. Like your.
It all when you buy it all goes into
that
the same
doesn't
thing.
all
Yes,
go
it
to
does.
a different
Donnie,
version.
why? Yes, it does.
It wouldn't go in when
Yes,
she
it
dropped
does.
that. Fortnite did not go back on the Billboard chart.
When you drop, if I
tripping.
say I'm
You
dropping, no, if I say I'm dropping Fortnite and I drop 6 remixes, no matter which one you do, it counts as one. Yeah, it does.
Please tell this boy all I do is win a remix that wasn't the same as the original. I'm So Hood was not counted as the.
Look it up, Tim. Look up the stat.
You're
If you drop remixes, does it count as the one sell? Yes, it does. Why do you think they do it? So you think, okay, then let's use your head, common sense. You don't think that even the remixes do more than the 99 song on the Hot 100? It would be Taylor Swift, Fortnite number 1 and number 99. Then, if that's the case, there would be 10 variants of
James,
Fortnite.
I never
on the Hot
even
100.
knew there was a remix of Fortnite.
Yes, there. I told you all the time. I can send it to you now.
Yeah, James,
that's why
you're talking
when you
about.
go on.
He's talking about like acoustic versions and
That's what
stuff
I'm
like
talking
this.
about.
You're not talking about remixes. Remixes are different, bro. Remixes like if she brought on Ariana Grande.
I'm talking
That's a
about what she
remix.
calls it. She says, "Buy this Fortnite remix called the DJ's
Yeah, no,
remix."
you're
of
talking
that.
about like where's DJ Snake and them, like they say if they'll up the beat. You're talking about something completely.
But she does that, and it counts as the same streaming.
James, but I'm saying she's been doing that all this entire time, and Fortnite hasn't been.
So
in
what's
the
the
top 10.
question?
Do remixes, meaning like if I say I'm releasing Thriller, this is the real version. Then I'm
that's-
releasing Thriller Night version. It's a little
that's
hip hop beat.
What about it?
Do they count as one streaming first chart wise? Like if I stream
Towards the same song?
turns the same song.
I think that's going to be research we're going to have to do.
Yeah, later.
Later.
That's what it is.
That's going to be a deeper dive. You're actually going to have to start looking at the policies and parameters.
But
around
I'm just saying, use your own common sense.
You keep
If you're
calling them
telling-
remixes. They're not remixes.
I'm just telling you what Taylor called it. She says, "Buy
I don't
this
care
remix."
what she's calling it. She can call it whatever she wants. I'm just telling you that's not.
That's
how it
what
works.
it's called. If you're releasing the same song but a different version, it's a remix. It doesn't have to be featuring Young Thug.
No, there's times where there's just like acoustic version,
Yeah.
Santo version, soft version. Like I hear what you're saying. It's not a remix.
There's a reason why they're doing it. Even that little double-sided version that she does, that counts as one album. It wasn't two. Like the the 12 a.m. version.
Well, I know that. She
It's the
dropped it
same
the
thing.
same day. Like,
It's the same thing.
it all came out the same day. I expect that.
Sorry, I blacked out there for a second.
Yeah, but you're just way too mad at somebody who's getting her coin.
And ain't me, it's
you're
the fans
pocket watching.
too.
That's exactly what you're doing. You're a pocket watcher.
Sorry that I want money for everyone. Instead
You're a
of one
pocket
person.
watcher. You see him pocket watching? It's crazy.
Anyway.
My man said so mad she's a billionaire.
Greedy.
You punched air that day when that Forbes review came out, huh?
Yeah. Did you see Selena Gomez is a billionaire now? Too?
What? For what?
That's what I said. Everyone's a billionaire. Yeah.
Okay.
Just got announced a billionaire.
For what?
I guess from makeup and all that.
Spotify, as far as Spotify is concerned, Spotify eternally links versions of songs that are considered to be together, such as singles, same songs off regular deluxe albums, remixes, etc., because that's how they're counted for charts. So it would show the song only once.
Period. Now let's move on.
Well, that's Spotify. I would have to look and see everything.
That's
else.
how it is for Billboard. Use your common sense. You think the Fortnite, the remix, is not going to be?
So
on
I
there
don't
too?
count.
Come on.
I don't count those as remixes. So you get
It doesn't
what I'm
matter
saying?
what you count. It matters what Billboard
Yeah,
says.
but you're talking about that for specific. I'm talking about if we go and look up That Boy's Mind and we get the one with Brandy
yes,
and
it goes
Monica.
to the same song.
Brandy and Monica's
Yes.
one with Ariana Grande.
It goes to
is
the
one.
same Boy Is
I
Mine.
think that's botched.
Nah,
I think that's actually very dumb.
So why do you think that when
Yeah,
Megan Thee
so what
Stallion,
I'm saying is, don't be mad at her. Be mad at the system. Why are
When
you mad
Megan-
at her? Be mad at Billboards.
when Meg Thee Stallion? Well, I'm just saying it's giving desperate. Like Lady Gaga and them.
Nobody's
don't do that.
desperate when they sell 1.5 or 2.8
Then
million.
why are you doing it? Let Billy
Damn,
get some.
do you think
shine.
anybody selling 2.8 million in the first week of sales is desperate?
That's why she's doing it. Though when Billy dropped, she dropped the remixes.
Do you
so
think
she can
anybody
get up
that's
there.
selling out 3 nights of her tour is desperate?
Then why is she doing it?
Come on, bro.
I
Use
just
your
think
common sense.
I don't think it's an act of desperation at all. I think it's more of a establishing dominance. I think it's
Thank
more
you.
of just like a flex.
I know, but like,
and
just
that's another
chill.
thing, bro. Just be an alpha type, man. Like, what you talking about? Stop feeling bad for these artists and tell them to get their coin up. Like, why are you mad
I
that
honestly
she's doing hers?
also don't think that she's doing that. I think she has a team
Thank
that
you.
always makes sure that
You
happens.
think?
I tell you this. I know. I tell him this all the
You
time.
think Taylor
He thinks
Swift
that
doesn't
Taylor-
have a full grip on her career like this? You're tripping.
No, but she
a
hires
full
the.
a full grip, sure, but I think there's a difference between having a full grip and letting people who are good with the numbers
Do their
and stuff
job.
do what they do.
Thank
And
you.
by the way, the people is her dad and mom. So like they are fully gripping that.
I think you just really just think that Taylor Swift is the root of all evil.
She said
and that
herself, "I am the
and
mastermind."
That she just sits there at a table. But you see, that's what you don't
She
watch.
says it herself.
You don't watch enough Taylor, and like there's
Yes, I do. I watch every documentary, every
No, you
interview.
don't, because if you do, you would see whenever she came out with the whole women's thing and she wanted to go vote for this person, she didn't do it. She didn't raise her voice because her team was telling her not to do that. She listens to her team, bro.
She does.
She's not an
such a-
idiot.
Actually, I
Bro,
forgot.
there's a reason why she's
such
the
a
biggest
victim.
artist in the world, and it's
She's such
because
a
she
victim.
does
She
what
just-
she's supposed to do and she follows wise instruction. So stop always thinking that it's just her.
You're right. I'm
This wasn't
sorry.
supposed to be a whole Taylor hate segment. Let's move on.
I'm sorry. Let's
Next.
move on. She's a victim. She just wrote it in her teenage dream room.
He
I'm
would be so
sorry.
happy if Beyonce could sell 200,000 more in her 35 weeks of being out.
Anyway, let's talk about the flops. Ice Spice. 28K for the Y2K album.
As she should.
And she's like the
I don't
big
even know he
deal.
even did 25. Like, whoever was listening to that trash, yo, your parents need to get a hold of you. Like, God. That's the purest trash you can listen to, in my opinion. And you know me, I really don't call people's music trash or call people's art trash. But man,
Big Lotto. I think she did like 30K for hers.
that's my girl. I like me some Lotto. Lotto's
Yeah.
dope. I like Lotto. So, but at the same time, you gotta have substance.
And that had a lot of features and stuff, and I thought that was gonna go. But then Tinashe's Quantum Baby, 10K.
Why are we even talking about
She did nasty. She's a charting artist. We will respect her on this
it?
show.
She got 10,000.
She was like 190.
This goes back to what I'm saying. The people who make
She's in debt
bunches
for
of
making that
singles,
album.
people that make bunches of singles
Zero.
and put them on records, it's not an album. Stop doing that. If you're a person that makes good singles, just make good singles. Stop making albums. It's pointless. You're just making yourself look silly for no reason. You're making yourself look smaller for no reason. You know,
You don't have to be an album artist. You don't have to.
Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo has done it.
And he
perfectly.
drops albums, but it's like you don't have to take them that serious. Just the crazy thing is get 5 singles that are crazy, and then
Basically what Bruno did for 24 Karat.
and then throw 3 more songs on the album. You Gucci.
but at the same time, I do understand that they eventually have to put albums out. I imagine that they are a part of their deals.
Yeah, but
and in order to eventually get out of their deals, they have to put out these projects.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that. I understand that, but I'm just like somebody like a Glorilla who dropped Glow, who dropped what is it called, Friday? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
TGIF.
She needs to drop an album. Her album might do
So
numbers.
she needs one more. She gets one more. She's gonna be in. She might be in the 100,000s, and that will be impressive.
Wait. Whose song is it for her and
Meg. It's
Meg?
hers.
Is it Meg's or
Close.
hers?
It's
Then
close.
that's 3 then.
But it wasn't like you get what I'm saying. Like TGIF is a certified wow. Glow was like
7
Glow-
p.m. Friday.
Glow would. I
But
don't
again,
even think-
here's the issue. Again, this is why I say the single. She's putting out songs right now. They are dope. They are not matching each other. They're all completely sound like singles. They don't sound like there's not a congruent sound. There's nothing. So when you put that album, what the people are gonna expect from the album? Not much.
So
man.
the honest truth
Not much.
is, I don't even think she has enough to drop an album that would be successful. Because what
I
I'm
agree.
really thinking that about it, James, just because none of the songs hit number in the top 10 billboards. Let's be
Especially
real.
these people don't have nothing to say. They don't have nothing to say. They're just
So-
making songs. They don't have
And
nothing
we
to say.
watch people like Benson Boone with an almost top 10.
He did not do
every-
it great.
didn't
Tim,
do
look
well.
up that Benson Boone's new
You know.
album sells.
So it's just
I'll
like,
do that.
you just can't be out here putting out albums. You really can't.
Big Sean.
Oh my goodness.
His 24K first week.
Not
Talk
good.
about a fall from grace.
Fall from Grace. Him and Chance the Rapper. But who else? There's one more that I was thinking of. Chaperone wasn't big when she dropped her album, so like her numbers that she's doing now is excellent because like when it first came out, I feel
Yeah.
like she grew. So like she's just a genuinely
Yeah,
new artist.
I agree.
So that's it. Future and Metro Boomin did 250.
Yeah, I expect that. That's actually, I think this was his highest selling album.
So that's pretty good too.
So
So I don't know. I just feel like that albums are in a weird point. Like there's still people who are obviously selling, but it's no one besides Taylor Swift is doing blockbuster numbers. I will say Billboard really gassed Sabrina. Like they really, which I would have too. Like a month ago, there was this huge article that was like Billboard is prepping that Sabrina Carpenter's gonna do, and they said this blockbuster numbers, and like it was all right.
I can't stand when Billboard gets involved with influence, and not just that in general, just everybody. I feel like all streaming music and anybody that has to do with the entity of music needs to come at it as objectively. Like they can't just be like Apple Music. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, oh, this artist can't do this, and they'll shame an artist or something.
Exactly.
And then they'll be pubbing another artist. And I recognize that all the time with Chris Brown. Chris Brown drops an album, and only because of Chris Brown's traction alone, when you go to charts, it's there in the albums. You get what I'm saying? In the
not
charting
on
album.
playlisting.
It's not on, Chris Brown's album. And I understand you're like, oh, well, we can't do that because of Chris Brown's past. But then they'll have a scum like Future. Future drops new album. We don't trust you.
Here's the thing,
You get what I'm saying? Like, it don't make
I
sense.
want to do a deep dive into who's Chris's team though, because I kind of feel like Chris could also be lazy about his team.
No,
or his
you just know
Do
that
you have a good team?
they're not going to ever put him on the top thing of the Apple Music. Let's be real.
Like the poster.
But I'm just like, but they'll put Future up there, who's
Yeah.
problematic, who is toxic. They'll put Lil Durk up there, who talks about gang banging and shooting. But God forbid they put Chris Brown up there. So I'm saying it's not objective. And I think that's where I get at it. Like, they have a lot of sway in the points. I would understand they can buy it, Like if they're like, no, well, they paid for that Billboard time to be up there, so they're up there.
Yeah.
But if all artists can't do that, then I don't like it.
Then no. But all right, guys, let us know in the comments. There goes my phone. Let us know in the comments down below what you guys think the reason is for this like album slump, and whose album you really rocking with this year. And on that note,
I'm Donnie.
And I'm James, and this was another episode of
The DJ Steak.
See you.